Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a story time video. As you can tell from the title, you kind of get an idea of what it's going to be about. I've seen other YouTubers do cool story time videos, just whatever in their life, and I find them so interesting because I love learning about experiences people have in their lives, no matter what it is. I just find it so interesting, and I kept thinking I need to do one of these. So I kept thinking, what is something interesting that's happened in my life that you guys would find interesting? And then I thought, oh, let me rewind 2 years to when something did happen, and this might be a good story for you guys to find hopefully interesting. I hope you guys find it interesting. I'm just gonna jump right into it. My boyfriend and I love Jersey Shore. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I know some people don't, but we love that show. We were kind of obsessed with it. We loved it. It's kind of like our guilty pleasure. And I was really bummed when, they were done with all the seasons. So we found out that Jenny Farley, or how people know her as JWOWW, and Roger, who is her fiance, husband, I don't know, were coming to Natomas, California, and she was partnering up with California Sun, I think, to promote some new bronzer of hers or something, and she was doing a meet and greet, which I was all on board for that. I don't live that far from Natomas, so I thought, why not? Well, I was following the California Sun Facebook page, and California Sun is just a chain of tanning salons. They're really good. It's probably the best one you could go to. I love them. And they had a couple of contests running around. Like, they did one where you could win like VIP tickets to be first in line to meet Jenny, and I won one of them. So I was one of the first few people to meet her. And they also had another contest because that same night that she was doing her meet and greet, she and Roger were going to Social Nightclub in Sacramento, California, to hang out with the California Sun crew, just kind of like a social outing, partying, I mean, if you guys watch Jersey Shore, they go to the club all the time, so it was like no big deal, it's just a club. So California Sun was doing another contest for a person and their friend to actually get into the club for free, be on the list, and then get to hang out in the booth with JWOWW and all of the California Sun people. The contest was to like post a picture of yourself in your social nightclub outfit. Oh, I got a hair in my lip. Ew. So of course I decided to put mine up there, and I won. I won myself and a friend to get into Social Nightclub, and they even said, yeah, you get to hang out with JWOWW and the California Sun crew at Social. So I am beyond excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna meet her during the day, and then I'm gonna get to hang out with her and Roger at night. It's gonna be so much fun. So let's start in the beginning when we actually went to the meet and greet. Actually, I just went by myself. This was my thing. I just wanted to go by myself. No big deal. Waiting in line for a little bit. I think I was like the 20th person to meet her, and she finally showed up. Yay, everyone's excited. They had a little like staged area set up for her to stand with Roger and take pictures and sign autographs. I noticed she was wearing some really high heels, so my thought was, how's she gonna be able to stand all day in those heels? So naturally, I think she read my mind or something, because then they decided they want to sit down at a table instead and sign autographs. The line is moving, everyone is going over there, and I notice they're not standing up at the table. People are just kind of walking over and awkwardly like standing behind them and getting their picture taken. They have free posters that JWOWW was signing, and then you get. It's awesome. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I walk up, and I'm nervous. I mean, I'm always nervous to meet someone who I admire, and I was like, hey, JWOWW, and she asked my name and signed it on the poster. The only thing was, it was kind of awkward. I feel like JWOWW especially didn't seem like she wanted to be there. That's just the vibe that I got from her. I don't know, maybe she was tired. I mean, someone was telling me that she had to get up really early that morning and get her makeup done and then drive from San Francisco or something. And I mentioned to them at the table, it probably lasted for like 30 seconds, said, oh, I'm going to Social Nightclub. I'm gonna hang out with you guys in the Cal Sun crew. And Jenny kind of looks at me like, oh, and Roger asks like, oh, how is Social Nightclub? Is it cool? Like, he was actually really nice. And he's like, is it a big club? I was like, yeah, it's decent size, just kind of small chit chat. And he's like, oh, awesome, cool, we'll see you there, and whatever. And then took the photo, which I'm gonna insert the picture here. And you can see I'm kind of like awkwardly behind them, like, yeah, I'm getting a picture with you guys, cool. And that's pretty much it. And then I got my poster, and then I left. I mean, it was cool that I met them, and I was like kind of disappointed. It just didn't seem like she was into it, you know what I mean? I understand, you know, they probably see people all the time, but I mean, it's a once in a lifetime thing for all of those who were meeting her. Probably. It could be a big deal. It wasn't like a huge deal for me. I was really excited because I love Jersey Shore and I love JWOWW especially. She was like my favorite on the show because she was so real and she told you like it was and she was just awesome. So it just was a little disappointing on my part because it just didn't seem like she was so into it. And I didn't act all crazy or weird. I'm real with them. Like, hey, how's it going, guys? And, you know, whatever. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, because it's a little over the top, right? And my eye is just watering like crazy today. Okay, fast forward to later that night, my friend and I go to Social Nightclub, and it already started off really bad. As soon as we got there, our names were supposed to be on the list to get in. The two girls at the front were being so rude. That's not California Sun's fault at all. That would be Social Nightclub, so you might need to get girls who are a little bit nicer. I understand they have a job to do, but you don't have to be rude. And I told them who we were and our names were on the list. My friend's name was on the list and mine was not. I explained them the situation. I was like, I could bring this up on my phone of the emails I have with California Sun saying that I'm gonna be on the list, and they were just like, no, you're not on the list, so you're gonna have to pay to get in. And that kind of sucked, so I had to pay to get in. I was like, okay, one bad thing, I'll let it go because I'm gonna get to hang out with them. So we show up and they're not there yet. It was probably like a half an hour until they finally showed up. And of course the entire sea of people was just like crowding around this booth. Everyone wanted to get in. They were right next to the DJ. There was no way. They had security guards all around. It was just a little ridiculous. It was like a madhouse. So my friend and I were hanging out. We get a drink, you know, just dancing a little bit. And we're thinking, how are we supposed to get up there? Like the security guard, of course, is not gonna listen to us. And I don't know how to prove to anyone that we won this contest. At Social Nightclub, there's like an outside area where there's a separate DJ and you could like get some air. I mean, people smoke cigarettes out there, whatever. I saw two California Sun girls who were at the meet and greet event who I had talked to, and I remember seeing them. So I went up to them and I introduced myself. I told them who I was about the competition. They're like, oh, that was you? You won? Oh, that's so great. And congratulations. And well, enjoy yourself tonight. Make sure you head over to the booth and say hi. I was like, oh yeah, I definitely will. No problem. So my friend and I work our way over there, you know, trying to get through the sea of people, and no one's letting us in. I'm confused at this point. I can see JWOWW and Roger, they're hanging out. Roger was like taking shots with a couple of people, looked like they were having a good time. So then my friend decides to go around the back of the booth, and he goes up to one of the girls, that same girl actually that we talked to, and he said, hey, we were the two that you talked to and won the contest. How did we get in? Then she goes, oh, I'm sorry, Jenny doesn't want anyone in here tonight except for California Sun people only. Sorry. What? My heart kind of dropped. Awesome. But I feel like I kind of wasted my time because I'm not a club person at all. I don't like clubs. So immediately my friend says to me, like, do you want to leave? And I said, yeah, I'm gonna go. This is a waste of time. I was so upset and so disappointed. I'm not the type of person who lashes out at companies or anything like that, but I felt that I needed to say something, so I emailed California Sun the next day, and I was very nice. I said, what happened? I explained the entire situation, and even regarding the meet and greet, and then I said, you know, I'm the person who won on your Facebook page. Here's my name, and here's the email, blah, 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 everything that was communicated. And I just flat out asked, I'm like, what happened? Was there a miscommunication on my part? Was I not supposed to be hanging out with the crew or something, and did I just get something wrong? And then I said my name wasn't on the list. I had to pay to get in, and immediately, I think maybe 2 hours later, I got an email from one of their people saying how sorry they were about the whole thing that happened. They said as far as the club people getting in, they're like, we have no idea what happened. We did put your name on the list. It had to be something with the club. And I was like, yeah, that's understandable. My friend's name was on the list, but not me. I was the one who won them, so that's why it was so confusing. They said as far as Jenny Farley, they themselves, I guess, were kind of disappointed in what happened. I think they were on the same page as myself as far as disappointment in how she was at the meet and greet and how she was at the club. They said she had told them prior to going to the club that she didn't want anyone else in the booth besides California Sun people and her people. So I wish I had known ahead of time, so I wouldn't have had to waste my time driving there, getting in, having the people be rude to me, and then just being completely disappointed, and I had to go home. So it wasn't really a fun experience. And I asked in the email, I said, what did I win?
What did I win?
And people are gonna be like, at least you won something. It's not about that. It's about the principle of nothing was held up to. The whole thing was so disappointing, and I was frustrated. And I wasn't mean or anything in the email. I just said, what happened? They basically told me that they were extremely disappointed in her actions that night, and they weren't gonna be having her out for the company anymore. I don't know, it was something like that. Then later on the email, she said she felt really bad. She said, I know this isn't an apology, but I wanna add 5 extreme tanning sessions to your account. And I was like, wow, thank you. I didn't ask for anything. I was like, that, I really do appreciate that. And I even said in the email, I was like, I didn't even need anything. I just wanted a clarification of what happened because I was so disappointed. I was kind of heartbroken. It was a person that I really wanted to hang out with because they seemed so cool to hang out with. And then she emailed again saying, yes, again, I do apologize. And also we have something else that we'd like to give to you. If you could come by our home office, which is actually like 2 minutes from my house because it's a Northern California based company. So I went, and the first thing I see when I walk in is their front desk, and there's a gift basket on the counter, and I said, my name is Kendra, I can't remember her name, told me to come here and that she had something for me. They're like, oh yeah, you're Kendra, here you go. And they gave me this gift basket, and I'm, whoa, and I have some of the items that were in it still. So one of the items that they gave me was the JWOWW, it's funny that it's still like all JWOWW related, JWOWW Jenny Farley Private Reserve Wedding White Bronzer. And I've actually used this a lot. This is a really good bronzer. Jenny, if you're watching, this is the ish. This is actually really good, and it smells amazing. I still have a lot left. It just it smells really good. I've used it so much that it had like some rhinestones right here. It was a wedding ring, actually. They completely fell off, and it was so pretty, and I have no idea where they went. And they also gave me, because I guess they were letting people buy like souvenir shirts for the whole meet and greet. Let me just back up here a little sec. They gave me this shirt that they were handing out. It's just a V-neck. It says JWOWW on the front. And then on the back, it actually has a picture of JWOWW. It has the date. It even says May 18th, 2013. That's when the event was. And it even has like the local radio station, 107.9, California Sun, and then Social Nightclub on the side. I don't know if you can see that at all. And then it even has her autograph on the bottom. So they gave that to me, and I thought that was really nice. And it's a really nice shirt, and I love the color. It's hot pink. And they also gave me one of Jenny's bathing suit lines, which unfortunately the bottoms were way too small for me. They're super cute, but it was like, no. This is what the front of it looks like. It's so cute, and it's pink. And then the back of it is the adorable like ruching detail on the butt, as you can see. Fortunately, I have a really big butt, so this is just way too small for me. I'll still keep it. Maybe if I want to lose like 15 pounds, then I might be able to fit into it. They also gave me a top to go with it, but they gave me like a size 36D, and I got a whole lot of nothing. So I ended up giving that to my sister, I think, because I no, it was just, I literally have like nothing down here, so it was really nice. So I'm still gonna keep the bottoms in the hopes that maybe one day I could wear them if I feel like losing weight.
They're so little.
I was very thankful for the gift that they gave me. I didn't even ask for anything. I just wanted a whole clarification. I think they did feel really bad, and I am not bashing on California Sun at all. It wasn't their fault. They're a great company, and that's the only place that I go tanning at. If there's a California Sun near you, just gotta go. They're amazing. So thank you, California Sun. I know this is like 2 years later, but thank you. I really do appreciate it. As far as the whole Jenny thing goes, I don't hate her. I'm not gonna hate her. I still think she's cool, even though I was pretty disappointed, and I still love the Jersey Shore, and I'd love to meet everyone. Nookie, Sam, Ronnie, Paulie, even the situation. The whole thing was just really disappointing. It's like that thing when people say you shouldn't meet your idols because you're gonna be disappointed. JWOWW isn't my idol, but she's just someone that I really liked, and I thought she was cool, so I was just, yeah, I'm excited about meeting her. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. When is the next time she's gonna be in Natomas? It's like half an hour from me. So that is my story. I doubt that JWOWW will ever watch this, but if you are watching this, I still think you're really cool. Plus, I still have the poster that you signed. It's still hanging up on my wall. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I still think you're really cool. And your bronzer is really good too, so that is my story about the California Sun, JWOWW, Fiasco, stuff that happened. Let me know if you liked this video. Is the Storytime video okay? Was it boring? Was it interesting? Should I do more of these? Let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.